Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a really fun little story time and a get ready with me. So I'm going to do my makeup and chat to you, which is genuinely what I do best in the world. So let's go! So you would have seen the title of this video and also maybe my Instagram if you follow me there. So do follow me there if you want to see everything that happens as it happens. So yeah, I was in a Rolling Stones music video! That feels so crazy to say, honestly, unreal. I need to put my fringe back. Absolutely unreal. It's from their new album, Foreign Tongues. It's called In the Stars. This is the Maybelline Lifter Concealer in shade 2. I don't know if I'm going to say the product each time, but I'll put what it is on the bottom of the screen. Anyway, so I randomly got, let's talk about how this all happened. I randomly got a DM from one of my followers, and it was this casting call, like a little post about a casting for a music video, and it had the Stones logo on it, and they said they were looking for dancers, singers, guitarists, musicians, things like that from all different subcultures, but with like a rock and roll sort of edge. I was so happy she sent it to me, but I'm not a musician, you know, I'm not a dancer, so I wasn't going to audition for something like that because I don't have anything to give in that respect, you know what I mean? Nothing really happened from that. A week later, my boyfriend got a message about a casting call for a big band. In his band, Creeping Jean, they all got the audition like call. And we were like, holy shit, like this is going to be the Stones, because we already knew about that. But it didn't say it was the Stones on the audition thing, but we were like, I'm pretty sure. They got the audition times and everything. And then about an hour later, I get an email too. And they're saying, hi Connie, we would love you to be a part of this collaboration. We can't tell you who it is with yet or anything, but like, trust me, it's going to be good. And I was like, okay, say less. And I was thinking, if this is the Stones thing as well, that's going to be insane. Spoiler alert, it was. 2 days of shooting, and it was going to be the music video for the new song. So I'm obviously freaking out because, as you know, the Stones is one of my favourite bands of all time. The Beatles are here, the Stones are there, you know what I mean? Like, and that's a godlike tier. Like, I absolutely love the Stones, I've loved them for ages. And I was feeling beyond psyched. And I just had no idea what it was going to be, who was going to be there and everything. I did know there was going to be like quite a big crowd of, you know, young creative people. But yeah, it was really, I was so nervous. Honestly, I was so nervous. I felt so sick. And just the idea of, am I going to be in it and like go to these days of shooting, do the whole thing, and then not even end up being in the video, which would suck. Bear in mind, also had to keep it a secret from everyone. Luckily my boyfriend knew, so I could talk to him about it, but like everything else had to keep it dead secret. I go to the shoot and I kind of starting to figure out what it is. There's some, you know, go-go dancers, northern soul dancers, a lot of musicians, a lot of who I've known from the Instagram rock and roll sort of scene and just the London scene in general. Everyone there was so nice, genuinely. I thought some people were going to be up themselves a bit, you know, but no, everyone was so lovely, and the casting and the crew as well, super nice. Starting, you know, everyone's getting into costume and stuff. I wear this outfit, my Free People flares that I got on Depop. I got this little blousey thing that reminds me of Ozzy Clark, and they gave me like a little spotty scarf thing to wear. They originally put me in another outfit and it was like not very good, and the director saw me and he was like, oh, you're Connie McLean, right? And I was like, yes, thanks for having me here. And he was like, yeah, of course, I think you look better in what you were already wearing. And I was like, maybe. So I got to put on the clothes I actually wore, and I wore the same blouse to the Hackney Diamonds premiere a couple of years ago. So their last album, I went to the premiere of that, it was amazing, and I wore this blouse. And I was just as a point, you don't need new clothes for every event, you just need cool clothes. Oh, for the eye makeup, I think I'm gonna do like a Biebery brown smoky look. I'm not really sure, I'm just kind of going with the flow. We're also kind of thinking, are the Stones going to be here? Are they coming in this video? I think we did hear rumours that they weren't, so I was a little bit more chill. I was certainly stressed about that, but no, they didn't end up coming to the set, which is a shame, but it's okay. There's always next time, right? So it turns out a band from the, oh, this is way orange. A band in the London music scene called Hot Property, they were going to be the body doubles of the Rolling Stones, and we didn't know at that point that they were going to have like the AI faces, deepfake, CGI, whatever you want to call it. So we didn't know at that time. I'm sure they did, but that's a whole other conversation to go in with the AI. I've spoken a little bit about it on my Instagram, but I think, you know, they used the AI to make the Stones look like them in the 70s, and I'm not a fan of AI. I'm really not. I think it would have been, you know, a great video without that, but at the same time, I do think there's something to note about giving so many creative people, young and old, there were like loads of us, a job and opportunity and something cool. The Stones are a legacy band, nostalgic, you know, they've always been up to date with the new technologies and things, so there's, you know, different sides to it. It's not exactly just, you know, putting in a prompt. I think there was a lot of work that went into CGIing the faces. Just saying, I'm not an AI fan, but just to explain what the sort of process was behind that and why they decided to do that. I have a few like Mary Quant eyeshadows I want to try. I've had them for a while, but there were so many I didn't get through the colours, so I'm going for these sorts of Bieber Brown in shade 43 and FP06. Interesting. I was given these by Mary Quant a while ago, and it's cool because it comes with these little palettes and you can change what colours go in there, which I think is really cool. I'm going to use my finger for this, I have no shame. So the video was so much fun to make. I didn't have a position as like a singer dancer or something like, okay, good start. Like everyone else had their sort of, they auditioned with their instrument or something. So I didn't really know what I was doing. I was going to be put as like a dancer, but then they were like, oh no, actually you're going to be a singer. And I was like, I should clean that. And I thought, okay, yay, that's great, but I've never heard the song, you know. So I kind of stood by a microphone and figured it out. It was really nice as well because I was very close to Nick where we were on the set. And then when we were edited into the video, we were also next to each other in the clips, which was so cute. The director said we were a very cute couple, so that's nice. But it really did feel like, you know, everyone was sort of friends there already. I knew like so many people there, or like I've met them kind of before, but we properly got to hang out and talk. So that was really nice. I'm really glad they chose people who really care about the band as well, and that definitely gave it a special element to it. I also did my makeup myself. When I went there, I did my normal 60s with the eyelashes, and then they just added a bit more of a beehive, and I was not going to complain about that. So I was very happy with how they decided to do all of that. The one thing I will say though, I wasn't completely impressed with Keith's wig. I thought it wasn't really giving Keith. There was no tuft, there was a little onion spring. So that's one thing I will say, but apart from that, everyone looked pretty good. So there was also Odessa. She was sort of the featured actress. She was really nice. She had these lovely 60s vintage boots on, and I was like, hey, like those are fire. She's like, oh thank you, yeah, they're mine. Like I'm wearing my own clothes for the shoot, and I was like, oh that's so cool. She was very nice. She didn't stay for very long, actually. I think she really fit the vibe. She looked really great. She's definitely got that rock and roll edge, much more than Sydney Sweeney. Hackney Diamonds. So I was just happy that it was her. I thought she was really cool. She did it really well, and she was just a great energy and really nice. I think she was in Marty Supreme. I think she's been in some big shows and movies. And she's actually a really big Rolling Stones, Beatles fan too, and that's, like I said before, you know, it's so nice to involve people that actually have a proper love for this whole thing. I feel like it translates, you know, it shows. I'm just gonna sort of fluff it out, keep it like messy, and then clean it up afterwards, but I kind of like that smoky, what's going on kind of a look. I'm gonna go for a kind of plummy purple now and sort of define the corners a bit. Just so you know if you're following along at home. Once the actual shooting was done, it was only the most stressful part now because I had to think about, okay, am I gonna be in this video? Am I gonna be edited in? There was this one scene where I was mostly just like behind in the background as an extra, obviously. But there was this one scene that we were standing, me and these two girls, they were so lovely, and we were standing in this sort of singing booth. It kind of reminded a lot, people were saying it's like a reference to Sympathy for the Devil when they're recording that, which is a very cute reference. And the camera track followed us and we were in a great position. So I was thinking if they use that, then we'll definitely be in it, but you don't know if they're going to use that, you know. It's only a 4-minute song and there's 2 days of filming. So I was just like praying. I was so stressed about it, honestly. You have no idea. Well, the video kept being pushed back and back. We were told it was going to be early May, and it ended up being halfway through May, so not too bad, but I was so stressed. Is that kind of cool? They look like bruises. They do not match yet. Guys, just wait. Oh, I'm also not really concentrating in the way I should be on my makeup, but I needed to finish the story. When I finally got to watch it, it was just unreal. Seeing myself there just for 1 second. Genuinely, it was like 1 second and I could not be more grateful. I mean, a second of the Rolling Stones music video is a dream. Nick also got like a pretty good feature, which is so cool. He was like leading the drummers, which I love. I've never like been in a professional, I just keep going bigger and bigger with this. It's kind of cool though. I've never been in like a professional music video ever before, so I didn't really know what to expect with the whole thing, and it was a crazy experience. It was so cool. And what's crazy about the whole situation is this was all just because of my Instagram. That's how they found me. So I'm so grateful that for everyone that follows me on whatever platform. Just super, super amazing that I get these opportunities because of you guys, and it's just crazy support, so thank you so much. I'm definitely one of those like trust the process kinds of makeup girls. It's not gonna look good every step until the end when I figure out what went wrong and then fix it. This is our Arkansas Paris black crayon. I use crayons all the time. But you know what? I actually love the song as well. I think it definitely has elements of like the classic Stones, you know, the riff and everything. Oh, and funnily enough, Carrie, who I did my little scene with, she saw that Justin Hawkins from The Darkness reacted to the Stones video, and he also reacts specifically to that 1 second clip we're in, which is so funny.
I can see the happy clap happening. There's 3 people around the microphone. I've just paused it at 3 minutes and 36, and they're like this. I've got a feeling they're going to go. Happy clappers. Sounds a bit weird. For the wing, I've been doing this thing where it kind of goes out and then connects, and then the middle is empty. How do I explain? I'll put pictures and you'll see, like right now, if I can get a good angle right here. And yeah, so I leave that kind of free. That looks a little bit, looks cool, I think. And I'm gonna just put a bit more black and then match the other eye. When I first started being a content creator of this kind of thing, I thought, how many opportunities are there gonna be for something where, you know, lots of the bands aren't playing anymore, lots of people have passed away, you know, it's a community from a while ago, and I'm just so happy to see that there's genuinely still so much going on, and this kind of rock world isn't going anywhere, you know. It's still there, you know, it's still happening. Yeah, it's not gonna hit like sticky fingers or something because everything has changed, but still good. I'd be really curious what you guys think about the video. You obviously don't have to say you like it because I'm in it or anything. I'm in the video, by the way. Yeah, I was supposed to be in the video. Yeah, sort of trash before the lash situation. But apart from just the music, the stones have been a huge inspiration for my fashion. I'm kind of dressed stone style now. Well, you know, especially Anita Pallenberg and Marianne Faithfull. Let's not forget the women behind them, you know, or in front of them. But in terms of finding my 60s, 70s vintage fashion, they were huge. They go through so many different looks, but I really do love the sort of pirate rock star Keith Richards look. That's definitely one of my favourite fashion inspirations that I take from a lot. As well as the very English 1966 London scene that they were really a part of. And their added sleaze, I think, is important. So yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I could like say about it. I will say that like it's exhausting going over the same song again and again and again and again and again and again. I'm so glad I like the song, that's for sure. I don't know if I would have been the same if it was Angry, the last song. Don't tell him I said that. Yeah, I just feel so grateful and happy, and it's just so cool. It's just so cool. It was on my 2026 vision board to be doing a few more, you know, big projects and stuff, so I think this counts as one. This year has already been so crazy, going to the Paul McCartney event, meeting Twiggy as well, which I still need to talk about, Noel Gallagher. If you want to see another story time, please let me know if you like, oh my god, my eye, if you like these sorts of videos, because I do love a little bit of a chatty vloggy thing. I love watching these when I'm doing my own makeup, so it's kind of fun. Just we're on a sort of FaceTime call. My fringe is so long. Okay, I'm also going to do a video about how I cut my fringe, my bangs, and style them, so that's coming on the way. And I already put my extensions in, so my hair's pretty much done. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and again, thank you so much for all the support. If you want to see more of me, please do follow my Instagram and subscribe if you'd like. I also just posted a video on Instagram talking about the Beatles and Rolling Stones rivalry over on my Beatles fun facts series, and I can't always post them on YouTube Shorts because the music copyright. So I really hope you enjoyed this and have a wonderful week. Love you loads. Bye.